When those neurotransmitters get to be released from the axons that got activated for that memory at night, when you go to sleep, guess what? You made a long-term memory. Pretty cool.
Can you repeat that?
At night, okay, so during the day, you're doing stuff. You're reading, you're writing, you're working, whatever the case might be. Something got activated. Neurons got activated. If you go to sleep that night, get your deep sleep, and those neurons can fire. Release the neurotransmitters. You've made your long-term memory.
Isn't that how dreams happen sometimes?
Your dreams are a lot of the brain's processing power and making sense of the information you've given it. Yep. So, that will give you your long-term memory. If these processes do not occur, in other words, if we don't have neurons fire, something being done, the release of the neurotransmitters, the going to sleep, if you don't have every single process take place, you're not going to get past a short-term memory. It's not going to happen. So, memories are important. Something else that usually goes along with forming a memory is an emotion. When something happens in life and there's a strong emotion that goes with it, fear, sadness, happiness, whatever the case might be, when a strong emotion goes along with it, you will never forget it. It will be put into long-term memory. We do have areas of the brain that get taught the proper emotion to put with an activity. This is trained from the time you're born. That's why what I might think is right, you may not. What I might think is wrong, you may not. Because it's trained by your society that you're in, your house that you're in, your culture that you're in. Okay? But you do have an area of the brain where you do learn the proper emotions. Now, does that always take place? No. Now, here's the cool thing. The amygdala, that one pretty much helps with long-term memories based on special senses. Like we were talking about with the sense of smell, and it triggers a memory, okay? It also helps, what is that emotional response that we're giving to it? But look at this one right here. This is what I find very interesting. Personality is dependent on an intact, functioning amygdala and hypothalamus. Any damage to either of these regions of the brain can completely change the personality of a person. And it happens.
So what about people who have different personalities?
Ones who have different personalities, like a schizophrenic, yeah, that's going to be, that's not necessarily that there's damage in these areas, but there is something malfunctioning in the brain, which is why when they're on the medication, and the medication can regulate the neurotransmitters, they usually do okay, all right? But once they come off of their meds, things go wrong again.
I was like, is that kind of why, I guess, people that are younger might have, like, personality changes because it's, like, still developing? Or, like...
It could be, because if they're younger and then they hit the times of their life where puberty starts and everything, yeah, we're going to see a change.
What about someone who is, let's say, like they say a lot of sociopaths or someone who is a serial killer, there's usually, a lot of times they refer to them as sociopath. Is it because, like, from the time, like, how does that get created? How does someone become a sociopath? You're not born a sociopath. It's the way that you were raised usually.
It's
right?
usually going to come back to the family life and something. Now, whether it was real or perceived, okay, was traumatic. Now, remember I said real or perceived, because we can have a perception of danger that is not real, okay? That can affect someone just as much as if it was the real danger. However, most people can handle that in a normal way, but if they can't, then it can become the issue where they lead to being a sociopath or a psychopath. Yeah, there is something wrong. Okay, I'm going to stop right here for the test, all right, because I really want you guys to have a little good understanding of the next part, even though it's only a little bit left for this chapter, but we'll finish this after Thursday. Now, here's my question. On Thursday, I know class is at 8 o'clock, but the only thing that we'll do on Thursday is take the test, all right? So here's my suggestion. You guys can let me know. I say we start the test at 9 and you leave after you finish the test. In other words, don't start class at 8 o'clock. You'll be here at 9 o'clock. You take the test. You can have until the 10:45, and then you get to go.
Can this room be open at 8? Maybe some of us want to come in and study, group study or anything like that for the hour prior?
Yeah, I can try to be here at 8.
Oh, if you have to be here at 8 to open the room, never mind that. I just thought
there's usually nobody else.
Oh, okay. Fine.
But I'll try to be here at 8. Probably not. Because
I can take off this one and install it on.
So, no, it would just be these chapters. But now remember, eventually I am going to have questions that lead back to it. But we'll get into that and I'll help guide you through that. For the test on Thursday? Yeah. Well, it'll only be chapters 14 up to this point. So there will probably be some pictures of like the brain. There might be some pictures of like the spinal cord, because we have like the cervical, the thoracic, the lumbar, the sacral, that sort of thing. But it would be the same pictures that you already see in your textbook. Just up to this point, chapter 14. Because when you get out of the real world, the last thing you're going to have spelling has to be correct. Now, I understand that you guys didn't have me for part 1. Okay, I'll cut some slack on the first test, but there won't be any more cut for the rest of the test. So in other words, like spelling, that sort of thing, all that sort of stuff, yeah, I'll definitely be looking for that, but I'll cut you a little bit of slack for the first one.
And does it spell in a blank?
I don't really like fill in the blank, and I hate true and false, so you won't have any true and false on my test, okay? So it'll mostly be like maybe multiple choice, matching, labeling, that sort of thing. You won't have an essay this time. The next test you'll probably have an essay, but like I said, I'll guide you through that essay before you get it.
So if there is a matching of the brain, like we don't have to know it, like we'll have a bank.
Oh yeah, like if it's matching, you'll see like, okay, A, B, C, yeah, you'll see that.
Okay.
Like on the lab test that we took?
Yes.
And then all of us are trying to
It's in the book, and we talked about it again.
Thank you.
Fair game. You say leave it alone. It's like the pictures you see in books.
So we're doing this one here, so not necessarily an example, but like, it's like kind of like an easy example of labeling.
I haven't even looked at 13 and 14 yet, so
Just memorize them.
let's see.